Hi, this is Mike Messier. I'm with Mischa, and Mischa, you are the winner of Best Documentary Short for Pumping Iron, AVALONIA Festival 6. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You brought your troupe up here, introduced your friends and co-workers and colleagues from Full Sail University thereabouts. So please introduce everyone.
I couldn't have done it without the crew. Not all the crew can make it, but this is Diego, the producer. This is Adriana, our sound mixer.
Hi.
And her lovely boyfriend, who's in filmmaking.
Very supportive, I appreciate it. And so you're here now, and you probably had like a 3-hour drive through some inclement weather. I really appreciate you guys.
2 hours, 20 minutes. It was a fun road trip. It was good.
Appreciate it. Maybe you had some good conversation, listened to some music on the way up.
Yes, we did. All of the above.
Now, what can you tell us about your film and where people can find more about you, Mischa?
More about me, you can check out my IMDb. It's Mischa Bubnash Store, or hit me up on Facebook, Mischa Bubnash, Mischa Bubnash. The film was shot on Sony A7s, and it was for a class project, and we did not expect to get as much good feedback as we did, and it really got me into the documentary game, and I'd like to do another documentary soon because of it.
And, how did you find your collaborators? I believe Diego and Adriana. Did I get the names right?
Yeah.
How did you students together, or did you?
Yeah, we were all in the same class together, and it was a lot of hard work. We did a lot of pre-productions. We did it by the book, got the signatures, and we went through a lot of subjects. We had a list of 12 subjects.
Yeah, we had to vote.
Yeah, we voted, and it came down last minute, and we were struggling to find a subject. And my friend Brian was like, "Hey, I got this guy. He turned a gas station into a gym." And I was like, "All right, that sounds perfect." And then when we started doing the interview, he started talking about this amazing story of how he immigrated here to the USA from during the 2002 Venezuela riots. And yeah, man, the story really sold it. So if you got a good story and a good crew, anything's possible.
The subject matter's name again?
His name is David Rincones.
Yes.
And you could go to his fine CrossFit establishment in Orlando. It's called United Front CrossFit. He's a really good guy, and they teach really good classes, and they just love what they do. It's one of the coolest gyms I've ever been to.
It motivated me. I want to try CrossFit now.
Yeah, I want to try it too.
I was going to ask you, Adriana, you're working in sound design for this film. What's that like to do sound? It's so crucial. People don't realize without good audio, you're not making a good movie. So tell us about your work in audio.
Well, really, you kind of have to. When you're in a documentary, you have to interview and think of questions for. You have to think of more background, sound effects that can go along with answering his questions. So, weights hitting, picking up sound for that. You get to create, Foley artists, you get to create some sound effects for it. And also you need to find music that fits the story as well.
So you covered everything from the actual on-location audio to the soundtrack then?
Yeah, I did provide some soundtracks also.
That's awesome. And Diego, anything you'd like to say about your producer? Tell us about that.
Well, I'm just happy that it came out pretty well, and I'm happy that we're still a team. And apart from that, I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, the three of us are going to be working together soon on a new project. Can't wait.
Can you do you want to say anything about that, or do you want to keep that in
Sure, I can say it.
Please do. Go ahead, buddy.
It's a micro short film. It's kind of episodic. It's called My Name is Mud, and it is a narrative thriller between two very different characters. One is a redneck who has the tendency to become a budding serial killer, going up against a curious but gullible game warden. So I think it's going to be a really fun shoot, and we're in pre-production right now. We'll be shooting on the 29th, so look forward to that.
Now, are you, I think Adriana was saying that she lived in New York and moved here for Full Sail. And what about yourself, Mischa? Are you a Florida native or from somewhere else?
I actually grew up in Hudson, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And then I moved out to Connecticut to study musical theater. I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Musical Theater in Connecticut at the Hart School.
Okay.
And I moved out to New York City, and I was a working actor in New York City for 5-6 years. got really sick of that, and I went back to school in Florida for Full Sail. I actually went for game development because I'm a big fan of video games, and I thought, since I like video games so much, I'd like creating them. But I was very mistaken. Creating video games is one of the hardest things you could ever do.
Sure it is. And it's always evolving and changing with the technology, so you have to keep ahead of it. By the time the game comes out, it's outdated.
Yeah, it's like you have to learn to write. Learning to write code is literally learning a whole new language.
Yeah.
And to be a good developer, you have to know multiple languages of code. And it wasn't the lifestyle for me. I can't sit in a chair for 12 hours a day. I just couldn't do it. And I used to do little YouTube videos when I was really young, like back in high school with my friends. And I thought, man, you know, I'm an actor too, I'm an artist, why don't I switch majors into film?
Sure.
And it changed my life, man. It really, I should have gone out there for it. But then I wouldn't have met these wonderful people.
It all worked out. We got a great team here. And
Yeah, the rest of the crew, we all work great together.
we did.
Yeah.
and you, Diego and Adriana, will you be working on the mud piece as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Anything else you guys want to say before we wrap things up?
Well, thank you for the award.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you. It's a
yeah.
huge honor,
I
and
appreciate
it's
you guys
wonderful to be
coming
here.
Best documentary short, Pumping Iron,
sir.
Avalonia Festival 6. And boyfriend, you go ahead and say something, buddy. I don't want to leave you out.
I'm glad I can make it out here with these guys. It's been real fun coming down here with her, watching her get to do what she loves to do and work with people she loves to work with.
That's cool, man. Very supportive. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Thanks, Mischa.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you.
good one.
Thanks, buddy.